Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for kickoffs and kick-ons.
Yes, g'day, and welcome to the KOKO Show. Yes, it is kickoffs and kick-ons, my second favourite rugby union podcast. It's a very, very good show. Once again, let's kick off the show.
What's your first?
Hey,
really?
spot on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Mate, the rugby pod is outstanding.
Yeah, fair play.
Once again, let's kick off the show with huge thanks to our headline sponsor, Polo Ralph Lauren. They've come on board and they've got right behind us. There's a true belief in the Ralph Lauren stocks that this show will be the number one sports podcast for the next 4,000 years, is what they've written here. Just a reminder, if you want to get your Polo Ralph Lauren, there's no better spot to do it than Maya. You can either waltz in, can't you? You can walk in.
You can walk right in. You
skip in. You can skip in, do whatever you want. Or you can go online, maya.com.au. Maya is my store, just a reminder. Hey, we have today two very special guests, and they are in studio. Nothing better than an in-studio guest.
Yeah. Love an in-studio.
Absolutely. And, hey, the Olympics are just 31 days away, so we have, well, I've got to say, it's one of Australia's genuine medal hopes in this Olympics.
Not medal hopes. Gold medal
hopes. My apologies. And so we have the coach and one of the star players of the women's sevens team coming to sit right here on the couch very soon. Lots of rah-rah to chat about, boys. Hoorah for the rah-rah.
Oh, the rah-rah.
Yeah.
You're picking it up.
Thanks, brah. Love the rah-rah. Rah-rah. Drew's Blues, well, they were far too good for Swoop's new fling the Chiefs. Put them to the sword. Mighty Glasgow Warriors, they grabbed the Bulls by the balls. South Africa, they beached Wales.
See what you did there, Prof.
Thank you, mate. England folded Japan like erotic origami. And the Barbars carved up Fiji. All of that in the pod. That's just a taste of the top. Goodness. Didn't like that last one, Goy.
Spent all week putting that together.
I thought could have taken that better.
Okay. I'll be better for you next week.
Good live feedback.
Yeah, it's not great. Intros. Obviously, sevens. That's the topic today. So, and this is a great one from Tommy.
Is it?
Yeah, the theme today for your intros is the 7 deadly sins and which sin you correspond to.
Oh, wow.
No.
This is very good.
Is Swoop all 7?
Now, for our first serious sinner, we all know this bloke is the real reason for high inflation because he is just printing money. He hides away in his Canberrian bunker, making cash angels, stacking gold bullion like Lego, and would most certainly sell his children for the right price. That's right. Mr. Matt Kiddo is, of course, Greed.
Yes.
Oh,
you
greed.
Greedy bastard.
You greedy bastard. All right. Our next serious sinner has always been a little hot under the saddle blanket, whether he is taking former employees to court, laying the smack down on failing coaches, or picking on friendly, defenceless Welshmen in the street. Please take cover or you will be next to feel the wrath of Drew Mitchell.
Yes,
Wrath. Very good.
Wrath. Yeah, I'll take it.
Ding, ding, ding. Our last super sinner is a handsome devil, and don't he know it? A man who can put on 7 kilos in 6 days in Positano. A man who's jealous of geese, giraffes, and Darcy Breen. A man who has said on this show he lives by a mantra, rest leads to rust, and a man who does fuck all prep for this podcast. That's right, it's sloth, pride, lust, envy, and gluttony. It's Adam Ashley Cooper. You saw it coming. You saw it coming.
Yeah. It's just who he is.
There you go. Welcome, boys.
But I love you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Who'd like to go first? How was your weekend, Swoop? Just remember the guests are here ready to go. Keep it brief.
Yes. No, good weekend. Tough weekend, actually. It was raining. And you know what the scramble's like to keep the kids entertained when it's raining?
Got to keep those iPads charged. I get it.
No iPads in the house, mate. Yeah. No, we've cleaned that out.
Piss off.
No screen
iPads.
time?
Oh, well,
If Scrimmy goes away for 2 weeks, is there screens?
Well, I'm not going to admit that, mate. She watches this pod, but
No,
She didn't watch last week, did she?
oh, she's watched a few.
Oh,
actually.
no. That's not great.
Yeah, she's raised a few questions. Yeah.
So how'd you keep the kids entertained with all that rain?
You know what? We actually embraced it. We put our gumboots on. We went and jumped in puddles. Best day of their lives.
A lot of fun. We did that. Druzo, did you get out in the puddles, mate?
No, I Friday night went out for dinner, a little date night.
Where'd you go?
Mimi's. It's a nice little establishment.
Nice
down
little
in,
establishment.
in Coogee. Yeah,
Very expensive.
It was expensive, $1,400 for two of us.
What?
But I had $700 worth of vouchers, so I feel like it's fine.
So,
Okay.
$700 for. Have you been selling the polo stuff?
No. So I had some vouchers from my 40th a couple of months ago, worth $700, and I thought let's just have it an
So
absolute.
you were
swing
like,
at it.
okay, so I've got $700 here to spend, which would have been suffice. But you've gone, you know what? Let's double down here.
Yeah.
How many caviar bumps did you do?
Just the one caviar bump, the little champagne. Didn't do the vodka. Had like a scallop with caviar on it, lobster with caviar on it, whiskey with caviar on it, fucking everything. Anyway, it was nice. That's what I did. So Saturday, I honestly didn't even go to the front door. Just stayed on the lounge, watched some sport, watched some TV, Uber Eats. Actually, probably that was the only time I went to the front door. I lied. Probably a total of 120 steps on Saturday. It's fantastic.
Did you do that thing with your Apple Watch where it says stand up now and you just shake
and
your
you just
wrist?
on the lounge, you just make it look like, or make it feel like it's moving, and just to get the, get the activity awards.
Close the
watch.
blue ring.
And then Sunday, not too much. Actually got out a little bit, went down to the bowls club, had a few beers in front of the fire. Then
$1,400 for dinner.
Yeah, that's how much it was, Prof. I mean, like I said,
I didn't know that was possible.
I had a voucher for half of that, so.
Jesus Christ.
Very loose with his cash.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Goit.
The forever renter.
Fresh off a win, I believe. The mighty Legion have done it again. What do you got for me?
Yeah. That was my weekend. So we captain's run Saturday, Sunday, today. We played Darcy Breen, like Darcy Breen.
How good was he? Tell me.
Mate, well, I'm sure you're going to find out soon enough. I reckon Joe Schmidt is a bee's dick away from calling him in. He was outstanding.
Wow.
So we had a good win. We beat Houston, who's top of the West. So we've got one more round game against Seattle at home, and then the playoffs start.
Is it true that Darcy will be appearing on Bits with Gits soon, your bonus content, on a Friday night? Is that right? I've heard rumblings.
I don't want to get everyone super excited, but he's confirmed he's keen to come on. But we've got to look at the fee. He comes with a hefty price tag.
Very good. All right. Hey, let's get into our brand new segment, which is, it's Match Fit. Let's get to it. Very good. Yes, as I said at the top of the show, Ralph Polo Lauren have sponsored this show. Polo Ralph Lauren have sponsored this show courtesy of Maya and their segment. It's called Match Fit. So basically what we do is we go through our outstanding outfits that we have each chosen. We've made these choices and we absolutely love this kit, and we encourage you, maya.com.au. Let's start with you today, Gits. Whatever you are wearing is outstanding. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, I've been saving for this one. So just here it looks like a normal jacket, but paired with the KOKO Schmidted in shirt, but it's not. Look.
Oh,
it's a full
wow.
suit.
Goodness me.
I've gone the full suit.
He's full suited it.
Well, I thought it was important. We've got some special Sevens guests on. I wanted to wear the green. Perfect timing. And ask me,
Go on. How durable is it?
mate, I'm telling you.
Wow.
And that's the top. Look at the pants. You ready?
Wow.
Nothing. And back to brand new.
Give me some rotation.
Oh, I've got a stiff back here, son. I can't rotate too much.
Okay,
I got
He's been carrying
dog
the
shotted
Legion.
today. No, I got dog shotted bad by this number 8.
Name him.
Pass the ball.
What's his name and where does he live? We'll go get him.
He doesn't know
let's
who
say
he's playing.
Dwayne Van Meulen, maybe. But
All right.
that's the
Mate.
nice fit. Look at that. You touch your toes.
Where would you wear it, Goit?
I'm going to turn it back on you. Where wouldn't you wear it?
Yeah.
It's a good shout.
Yeah, I
I
can't think of a
I'd
place.
wear it to the dentist. You'd go to a barbecue. You drop the kids off. I could wash the dishes. It's very comfortable. You could sleep in it. It's really
I think you'd also wear it
Nothing
maybe when your
further.
family arrives.
well. I put it on after they went to sleep. They were jet lagged. So the family arrived today. I've not seen them in 8 weeks. So I thought I'll put on something nice once I go to sleep, and then I'll head out.
That's probably lucky the missus didn't see you in that suit because I don't think you'd be here.
Yeah, she'd be fighting the jet lag, that's for sure.
100%. All right, who would like to go next? Mr. Lemon Pants?
I'll maybe talk about these little zesty numbers. Look at this. Oh, actually, look at the cut on this. Got a little pocket. Oh, this side. Not sure what that pocket's for. But feel a bit MC Hammer vibe. Zesty. I feel great. And
Could you do an MC Hammer dance?
What is it like?
Yeah. That's it.
That's
That's bang
Look
on.
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed it.
And where would you wear this zesty lemon
you'd
number?
wear it maybe at a museum, at an art gallery. Maybe if you're raising capital for an investment.
Yeah.
Also at grassroots rugby. You'd just go watch the kids in these zesty numbers.
Mate, you look outstanding.
Thank
and
you.
I love the top button up.
Well, I mean, I'm here for business.
Yeah. And special guests today. So we've all gone
Yeah.
the top button done up. Swoop, you next, mate. Look at this.
Run it
Cheeky
in.
little
He's
button.
put in heaps of effort today.
Huge effort. So I've gone with the OG, the Polo. Now, go on, ask me.
Is that where it comes from, the name?
You tell me. Polo Ralph Lauren. You know when everyone says,
Yeah.
I'm just going to put on a polo.
So Polo
Does it
shoes
actually
come from
mean
Polo.
Polo the brand? Are they the OG?
So am I wearing just a Ralph Lauren
I don't know.
jacket?
Oh, I've got a question.
It's
Marco.
confusing.
Polo. Anyway, Gits, go on, ask me.
Mate, that looks pretty durable. Can you test it?
Let me
Do you want
test
me to
it.
hold it?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
The buttons didn't move.
Nah.
Mate,
Anyway.
where would you wear it? Talk to me.
Well, you know what? I'll probably wear this somewhere in Paddington,
Yeah.
Wallara.
Yep.
I reckon a parent-teacher. I could see you wearing it at a parent-teacher night.
A picnic,
Yeah.
a kids' park, durable,
In
Yeah.
your gumboots.
versatile. In my gumboots, jumping in puddles.
Absolutely. Golf. If you had to need a collar at one of those clubs.
Goes without saying.
Or you could wear your polo at the polo.
Drew, stop
Yes.
it.
Very good.
Giving
And
them
then
too much.
and then I've gone for the full Canadian tuxedo. I think it is a chambray.
It looks chambray.
And I've gone for the button done up at the top.
How's the fabric?
It's almost too durable. Like I'm having trouble. There we go.
Oh,
Well, what's your rotation like?
but
It's really good. Look at that.
it looks like a nice fabric because your nipples are erect.
Are they really? Yeah, that's for a few different reasons. But yes, it is. It's if you are a person that suffers from erectile nipolio, as I do, then this is the perfect
Napoleon.
yeah.
fabric. It's a condition. There you go. Where would I wear it?
I don't think you'd look out of place at a rodeo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you.
Maybe two-stepping, a bit of square dancing on
Yeah,
the
very good.
on
Get
the
myself
D4.
a
Yeah.
10-gallon hat.
Yeah, I like the honky tonk vibe.
Thank you, mate. That's what I do. Hey, that's a big thanks to Polo Ralph Lauren. Another wonderful episode of... That's right, Match Fit. Fantastic. What a great segment. We are keeping our guests waiting, and I feel terrible for this, but we do need to press on. Socials, where can they find us? Swoop, real quick.
Kickoffs, kick-ons, except if you want to tune into YouTube and like and subscribe, it's kickoffs and kick-ons.
Very good. Website. Gits.
Oh, wow. We're going to go kickons.com, I believe. And you can go there. You guys have got a live show for the Georgia test. Get on. That's a great package. We've got shirts, stubby holders. They've just arrived in America.
Oh, wow, look at that.
There's
we
that
don't
many
even have
people
those.
they're trying to break into the house. It is that magnificent.
Well, I'm not sure anyone's going to the test or buying a stubby holder because they're going to the wrong website,
That's
aren't
right.
they?
They are.
Yeah.
Kickoffs
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they are.
kickons.com.
Thought so.
Make sure those
He was testing us.
those tickets are selling very quickly.
Are they?
People want to come and see us. They want to hear and see stuff like this. Are we doing Match Fit on the day? Because people love that segment.
I feel like we probably should.
We should. Real quick, people have been buying our merch. It's everywhere. And there's a gentleman, let me just bring this up real quick. Fellas, just been over in Barcelona where I bumped into Australia's second favourite honey badger. Luckily, I decided to sport the KOKO merch that night, so I told him to have a listen. Hopefully, he pulls through and you'll be sweeping through the F1 paddock in no time. Keep up the good work, fellas. Much love from England. This is Daniel Ricciardo there with this gentleman, James Beach, in his full KOKO gear. What about this? PS paired it with a lovely Ralph 2, so got all bloody bases covered.
Yeah.
Beachy is a genius.
And look at Daniel Ricciardo there, just pointing at the KOKO shirt, paired with the polo. Like, he's like, you guys are onto something.
It seems to me that Ricciardo's hit him up because he's wearing the Ralph Lauren with the KOKO.
Yeah,
he's just got to be someone.
Ricciardo might want to be on our pod because he might not have a gig next year.
Oh, true.
It's looking good up until that comment. That's a real shame. Good luck to
And hello to Jacques Villeneuve. He's been having a crack at him.
While we're there, social snitches, let's do this real quick. I am trying to race through this. This is a good one. This was sent to us by a South African fan, Hans Labuschagne, or Labuschagne, I believe it's. Obviously, we have Manus Labuschagne. That is Drew's buttocks there. And the reason he sent it in is because obviously you have a tattoo that we didn't know about, which is basically paper, scissors, rock, donut. As far as I can see there.
Donut. That was just something I did back in the early days with a group of mates. We used to go on a mystery tour at the end of each year. Only one person knew the destination. The rest of us just paid our money and gave our passports over. And on this particular trip, we had to arrive into Hawaii with a tattoo that had some sort of loose resemblance to a previous trip, and everything's decided by paper, scissors, rock. So I went and got that done. But I was a few weeks just prior to flying to Hawaii. The boys didn't know that I had my tattoo and playing against the Italians, and he exposed me. But I was slightly okay with that.
I'd be very okay with that. That seat's looking amazing.
Yeah, but then I started to feel a bit of cold air on the front side, which is Sharpie. You can see Nathan Sharp's face in the background. So once I sort of started to feel a bit of cool air on the front, I just got rid of the ball and laid down on the ground.
What's tattooed on the front?
Anyway, I've actually had it removed. I've had it removed.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, there's nothing on my backside now.
That's a shame.
Prove it.
No, mate, there's lots of hair. There's lots of hair still there, son.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of hair these days. Not so much on top of the grooming.
That is a fresh game day clip, if you ask me.
Yeah, and Gits did it. He was my roomie. I was like, come and clip me up.
He's good at that.
All right, now, what do you go, though? If I'm playing paper, scissors, rock against you, what's your first move?
Oh, you'll always go rock, so I'm going paper against you.
Because I'm a bit dull.
No, it's just because that's that dominance. That's very...
Well, they say it's an indication of being in defence. You know what I mean? Quite a defensive kind of guy.
Yeah, currently.
You're a scissors guy. Attack.
Yeah, I'll chop you up, bro.
And you go...
I don't know.
Like wet paper.
I forget what the options are.
Remind me of the options. All right. Hey, it is time to bring in our very special guests. I'll do the intro as they walk. How should I do this, Hugo? Do I do the intro or sit them down and then do?
Yeah.
All right. Hugo is telling me to sit them down. Come in, guys, and then we'll do your intros. The magic of television. Here they come. Very exciting. Thank you for sitting through all that crap at the top of the show. Normally people on YouTube, they can just skip, but you guys didn't have that option today. It's a shame for you. Skip. All right. It is time
skip.
to introduce our very special guests. Let me start with this one. This week on the KOKO Show, we have a dual threat guest lineup for you and our very first current coach and player combination. So please get excited for truths to be told from both sides of the touchline. Now, it's pretty rare that we have guests in where they can see the person that wrote this filth, and it is Thomas, who's sitting over there. So if there's anything you're not happy with, go and king hit him. All right. First of all, our first guest this week on the KOKO Show is considered to be the Aussie Sevens resident larrikin. This manly mermaid is said to have an infectious personality that lifts up her team while she simultaneously irons out any and all opposing players. This big-hitting hardhead has been a centrepiece of the Sevens setup since 2017, winning Games gold, going to an Olympics and dominating a World Cup. This lady is bold, brutal, and bad to the bone. We hope Paris has purchased a plethora of painkillers, as this young lady is going to be putting people in the hurt locker. So please put your hands together for the Narrabeen Nightmare, Australia's golden gilded gun who just snaps necks and cashes checks. Told me, very good. It's the one and only Miss Sariah Paki.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
Thanks
Thanks for
for
having
coming in,
us.
Tom.
You're okay with that one with Tom?
Well, wait for
Yeah, it
yours,
was
mate.
good.
That was lovely. Yeah, that was nice, Tommy.
Good intro.
I'm actually feeling really awkward now. I've got 3 of those polo shirts and I live in Paddington.
he was. Were you describing
Is that a
Walshy? Is
setup?
that what you were doing?
Oh, unintentionally.
If the shoe fits.
All right, our next guest epitomizes the saying that a coach is only as good as their cattle. So it is fair to say this guy has moulded his share of Wagyu grade footy talent over the years. After trying to play professional footy for 10 years, he eventually saw that his true talents lay in the cone, placing and whistle-blowing department. No, he is not a PE teacher, but rather a heavily decorated and world-renowned international sevens coach. The broad-chested Brizzy boys played 6 games for the Queensland Reds and then said, I can't do this anymore. Not because he couldn't cut the grey, but because he couldn't deal with living with Drew Mitchell. So please welcome the bloke who has coached both the Aussie men's and women's sevens teams to lofty heights. It is the one and only Mr. Tim Walsh.
Dino.
Oh,
Timmy.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. What was it like living with Drew? Was that weird?
Well, we roomed on tour.
Okay.
We weren't roommates.
That's enough.
Drew was the kid.
Yeah.
He was on debut, and that was your opening game, I think.
Yeah,
And,
over in New Zealand.
yeah. Do you remember who threw you the pass when you scored your first try?
I think it probably would have been you then.
Funny. Yeah.
It was about 90 out.
Do you remember what you did after?
I think it was something like this. Or
The sumo, I think you
yeah,
called
something
it.
was
Yeah.
something with Josh Valentine. I don't know what it was, but yeah, against the Stormers, I think maybe.
No, I thought wasn't it Ballymore? Yeah, Ballymore Stormers.
Yeah.
The following week was the Hurricanes.
Yeah, but so I was the young buck. He was Dino. He was the dinosaur. He was the old man in the room.
I was 25.
Yeah, I know, that to me was pretty old at the time.
And I was on debut.
Very good.
Yeah.
You go. Keep
No,
going.
I don't know. I just remember you playing some sort of computer game like Paddle Wars or like that one that goes beep in the ball. I was like, come on, Dino. There's better games than that.
Like in 1980.
Yeah, I think
the
that's what I was
Atari.
like. I was like, surely things.
Oldie
progress.
but a goodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, thanks for coming in, guys. Obviously, what did we say there? 32 days until Paris. Is
right.
that right?
Sounds
All right.
about right.
Are you
Yep.
counting down the days
Oh.
until you get over there?
Well, I just got a text message from Olympic. You got 34 days left, so that helped out.
Olympic being the actual
Yeah.
governing body. It's in-
Yeah, they sent me
So
text
34
messages.
days until opening ceremony, but you guys kick off on T-2 days, don't you? Or one
No,
minus
the
1 day.
28.
The men are T-2,
And you're
and there's a day off for the opening, and then the boys play the finals on that day, and then we start on the 28th.
wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
what?
rubbish. I hate that. It
Yeah.
happens
Which
for
bit,
us at
Gits?
Commonwealth Games. Oh, just like you can't really enjoy the opening ceremony because you're thinking about the game.
Yeah.
So you can't fully immerse yourself in it. It happened with 2006 when we were at Commonwealth Games. We got brought in from Super Rugby, didn't do the opening ceremony because they're like, your legs will be tired, you won't be right to play. And then we played those next 2 days, then we're out. You never really get to experience the actual village. I don't know if that's the same for you, the Sevens, but for us back then, because it was in Melbourne, we had to get in, get out.
Yeah,
So I thought that was a bit ordinary.
Yeah, back in 2016, it was a bit different. When we sort of spoke to the team, that's where the closing ceremony is, and like, where's the opening ceremony? Or it doesn't matter, we're not going. But then Tokyo, it was a whole different story as well. With COVID, you didn't get to go, and then this time around, the girls and the boys play, and then they're flying straight out, so they don't even get to stay in the village for the remainder to experience the closing ceremony.
Yeah, I'm off that. A big part of the reason why you want to go to the Olympics, obviously it's the sporting achievement, the potential to go out there and do your best and achieve a gold medal, but it's also to be a part of the Olympics and stay in the Olympic village, to be able to go and watch some of the other sports. But the AOC, if I'm not mistaken, have decided that every Australian athlete, once they finish, have to shoot home straight away.
I believe so.
That's rubbish. What if you just got your own
Walshy.
Airbnb? Can you still...
Yeah.
Or maybe if you shack up with someone in the village, can you share a bed? Or
I think once you check out, you can't get back in. So if you
Right.
don't check out,
yeah, well,
So how many days after your last game do you get to stay in the village?
the coaches are 24 hours, which is fine. I'm checking
Wow.
checking it anyway. Players are 48. I think.
Meow. Hang around, Walshy. Have some
No,
fun.
mate.
So you got to cram it into 48 hours. That's like the whole party celebration. Is that enough time? It's all right, 48 hours.
I'll just give 24 hours. Yeah, that'll be all right.
And also, you
Plus-
can't put that on her, though. I mean, the focus is
Of course.
clearly tomorrow, right? Next steps. But it's the tournament. You're asking her something that's ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
That she's not allowed to
Exactly.
focus on.
Oh, I
either.
said, you do it, mate. You were the athlete. You ask the next question.
Great mentoring.
I'd have a
Swoop.
rough
Good.
itinerary already put together.
Are you focused on the first game? Have you already started discussing like that first person you play against, or are you still too far out to start thinking about that stuff?
Are you looking at me? Or him?
I'm cross-eyed, sorry.
You're like, look over there.
I was gazing between you, just hoping one of you would pick it up.
I think just one game at a time. Like, we'll just go game first. First game, who we got?
So the draw was announced yesterday.
Yeah,
just
I've
came out
seen that.
today. or
South
yesterday?
Africa.
It just came out today.
Yeah,
Ireland and Great Britain.
And who's
Who
game
we
one?
got? Who we playing?
We got South
Talk to
Africa in game one. So it's
Easy.
1v4
Yeah, Schmidt.
and 1v3, 1v2. So South Africa, GB,
They're all-
Ireland.
Easies. Yeah.
We've got the Schmitted in catch cry for the Wallabies. Should we have like a whitewash or something? Or
Oh,
it's going to be a whitewash.
It's going to be a white Walsh.
Yeah.
We could get shirts, mate. Did you
No,
say we got?
I don't like that.
Okay.
I mean, I was just spitballing. You can have
Yeah,
something
that's
as well.
fine. No, just
It's just a start.
Okay, Swoop. You don't like it. Come up with something else.
I'll try. But no, I just wanted
Now.
to play, the humble card in a way where it's like,
Just
just
a blue-
focus on
just a
game
blue
one.
polo.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah,
Very good.
Simple.
Well, okay, so what about preparation? You just had a few games up in Brisbane over the weekend. How did they go? And what's the preparation leading in for the last sort of 34
Yeah.
days?
No, it's obviously been very heavily planned for the last sort of 2 or 3 years. But had a really good weekend in Brisbane. Played against Fiji and Japan. Got some players that got some valuable minutes and built up those combinations, and they performed really, really well. We went to Montpellier just before we hit Madrid, so we did a bit of a recce there. So we're going to head over to Montpellier for 10 days and basing ourselves at the Montpellier Rugby Club. We got Jesse Mogg sorting us out with some opposition against men, so working out our prep there, and then into the village for 5 days, and then showtime.
Will you get to go to the opening ceremony? Because it's on the River Seine. Like, it's first time ever, not going into the main stadium, the Stade de France in this instance, but on the River Seine. It's going to be a pretty amazing spectacle. Will you be able to experience it?
No.
Is that your call?
No, it's
It is.
Yes.
It is your call.
Come on,
Look how
Walshy.
awkward you got.
Come on, mate.
no, it's
They don't even have to walk. They
it's
just sit on a
always-
boat.
Yeah, for 6 hours. It's always
Holy.
performance based,
I like it.
process driven.
Yeah.
Dialed
keep
in.
it going. But like you can have a great opening ceremony and then have regret
Yeah,
if
of course.
you don't do well. So
Yeah.
we want to finish the event without regret, and the best. We're always performance based, and is it going to be benefit to our performance, benefit to our game one? No.
Could we and our listeners put a little GoFundMe together in the instance that you win the gold? We give you a little opening ceremony boat along the River Seine after you win
Oh,
it.
that would be lovely.
Hey?
Oh, wait.
I don't know if we
We'll
can.
just focus
Walshy,
on.
will you allow that? Will you, if we get a boat, that's all
Gold
good. Once
medal.
they've got the gold, they can do whatever they want.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, we don't know
challenge you to do
what
that.
size boat. I don't know what size boat we could get.
It might be a little
You
one.
guys have got connections.
Pucks,
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
been involved
You
in
get
the setup
best
for
up
many
there,
years
yeah.
now. I want to ask, in terms of your preparation, has things changed? Obviously, I think, how many tournaments have you gone through this year? Quite a few.
Yeah.
Now that that's kind of over and you're in the lead up to the Olympics, personally or collectively, is the prep changed in a way, or has it stayed similar? Is it consistent?
Yeah, me personally, mine's been just like a bit of ups and downs. Like, you get into a rhythm and then you kind of lose that and sit in like complacency.
So I went missing for about 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
how'd you get
As
it back?
Tom would say,
How'd you get it
where's
back?
Sariah been this whole time?
She got herself back, and she's been absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
Nice.
and you just find complacency and
Can
then
we unpack that?
unpack me.
Unpack the complacency,
Oh,
because
yeah.
like
Unpack with packs. I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I am
mate.
wearing
Segment
I am
now.
wearing a polo. A polo. Marco?
Polo.
There it is. What is it like? Is it just the rhythm, or is it?
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. Definitely a rhythm and like a feel throughout the group. Is like, if the group's not feeling like up to it towards a game, I'll try get us all into that happy, exciting leading up to a game.
Spiritual leader.
Yeah.
Well,
Spiritual.
Yeah, what will you do?
noticed-
What will you do there?
Me, I'll just put on
What
a
will you do to get the
blasting
group
song,
up? Because
and
Swoop's
just
often
dance around.
very flat for us on the podcast.
Jesus.
Just play a big hard song.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like your group seem to just be a really well connected group. You enjoy each other's company, but you also just enjoy the moments. Like there's footage that goes around on the socials just before some of the finals of these massive tournaments, and just before you're walking out, you guys are all in song, you're dancing,
Yeah.
you're just properly enjoying yourself. Do you think that's a big part of this particular group, that that's a good barometer to kind of know where you're at?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we've found that it get rid of our nerves and like just makes us a bit more chill and not like more anxious running out onto the field and being like, oh fuck, I gotta do this, gotta do that, and just like when we're running out, we're just like, all right, we've got to do our role, and we're not like very stiff.
Yeah.
when we
Pax,
run out.
you're renowned for flattening people, for ironing people out, for putting on big hits. Now, I wanted to ask you, do you prefer doing that, or what feels better, that or scoring a try? Absolutely belting someone, or?
I wouldn't know because I don't score that much. Yeah, I reckon just setting that tone in the defense, it just sets the whole game up. Definitely.
Where do you
Tackle.
think that tone was developed? Like, let's go back a few years. You know, was it the fact that Northern Beaches? Was it the Narrabeen Sports High influence, or like I want to talk about not your tackle tech, but just is it
The intent.
the intent, the hunger,
Yeah, definitely the
like-
hunger.
like
Yeah.
getting your shoulders in, and
Yeah, definitely. Once I make that tackle, I think just playing with boys when I was younger, it just like filled that drive.
brothers and you got.
I only
brothers?
got one brother, 4 other sisters. But I played up until under 12s with the boys,
Yeah, right.
and then just took that into the girls.
Gits, you got something for us? I can see that little hand going up.
Oh, mate.
You've been
I
trying?
was waving for about half an hour. Yeah,
I
I've
thought
got
you were
3
waving at
questions.
Corbs. I was like, geez, Corbs and
What?
Gits are getting on. No, sorry, mate. On you go.
Corb's he's asleep. I've got 3 questions.
Oh, God.
None of them are related. So, the very first one, Pax, I'd love to see you maybe do a demonstration like Swoop did on Tommy, but you do it on Swoop, if that was possible. Just your technique and how well you can get that shoulder in there. The second one, that wasn't really a question, but the second
request.
one is Walshy. That's a request. The second one, Walshy, you were talking about playing Fiji. You had a trial in Queensland, in Brisbane. You played Fiji and
Japan.
With those games, do you show all of the game plan, or what are you trying to achieve out of that? Answer that, and then we'll come back to the third one, please.
I think with sevens, as you know, you play against 6 different opposition over the weekend. So you have a menu of different plays and general styles of which the opposition have and where you want to attack them. So there might have been a game there where we pretended to play against a different opposition just to try and roll out that strategy. But there's nothing sort of in our menu. There's 5 or 6 different plays, and then if the defence does this, you do this. If the attack does this, you do this. So it's nothing too complicated. It's just being aware of what the opposition are going to bring and what kind of style they have, and then leave it to the players to make the right decisions there.
Lovely. And the third one, what's your least favourite emoji, in your phone? And it's for both of you, or for everyone, really.
Okay.
That's a hard one to answer if you're not
define
using
least,
it.
Yeah, define least. There's probably ones in there I've never seen. Or do you mean the one when somebody sends it to you, you go, oh,
Yeah, I reckon that one. Maybe that one.
I don't.
I really hate the melted down one. If someone shows you melted down, I'm like, what the fuck's that mean?
Yeah.
I don't really get it.
Yeah, I can.
I don't know what half the mean gets. You run lots of WhatsApp groups, and obviously with the players, and I have to get translation. I don't know what they mean, apart from like a shit or a kaka or something.
My
You
least,
send me a lot of eggplants, Timmy. I'm not sure you understand.
what's this
Well,
one?
you
The
stop
one where
sending me
it's-
peaches.
Where it's the hands like that.
The tattooed peach.
You look very Italian too, by the way.
Yeah.
I think you're.
Yeah,
that
that
a-
one. That's like, fuck you.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, I've been taking.
I don't like the cat crying emoji or the cat laugh. Like, fuck, just use the face.
Yeah,
I'm not a fucking cat.
yeah, true.
Like that.
They could be.
You know what I mean? Why have they got cats and
Send
not
her a
dogs
cat.
doing the same?
Yeah,
Or any other
no,
animal?
Right, I
yeah,
don't-
yeah.
Yeah.
And Swoop, you're the one you dislike the most.
Yeah, No, I like them all. Love them all.
Good positivity today.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Did you give us one then, Pax? Did you?
Mine would be the rolling the eyes one. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Really?
never
Oh, be
really
careful.
good.
you just
Gits
did.
is a-
You just
Oh,
did
Gits
the
is-
rolling eyes.
Gits is a big fan of the rolling eyes. Gits is a big.
I've got.
It's because your chat is so shit that I'm just like, those ones. Like, it's just like, move on, Swoop.
Bringing it back to the footy, mate, there's been a number of sort of injuries to some key players as well. Demi Hayes, Lily Dick, Maddie Ashby, and now Alyssa Fakosalia. Did I?
Well
Le
done.
foul, fuck us the
Oh, sorry.
Almost.
Alicia.
Okay, jeez. Well, you know
I
what
love
I'm
it.
talking about.
I love it when
Apologies.
someone
Correct
pulls up,
it,
drill
yeah.
on names. You know,
I know,
the
I know.
expert
But sorry about
commentator.
commentary. I'm just not being upskilling myself.
You are a
but
little
I'll
rusty.
be right for the commentary.
And what do
for
they
the
say
Olympics.
about Russ?
But
No wonder he got sacked.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, there's a bit going
Sorry,
on
mate.
around
Sorry,
that,
Drew.
in
Continue.
that place. But how have you managed that, and what's sort of when do you finalise your squad before the Olympics?
The AOC finalise it, so July 3rd, they make the announcement. In terms of injuries, there's always defining moments, I think, leading into a tournament where you know whether they're ready or not. And injuries is a pretty good indicator. And we have had a couple of injuries, serious injuries, that have been, terrible for the player, but also quite emotional for the team. And the way that the girls have handled it has been incredible. Like, it's quite horrific in the actual incident of it, and then, moving over to another area of the field and continue to do the job that we're there to do.
Yeah.
And then from a planning point of view, it's a contact sport. We're high velocity. Injuries are going to happen. So, as management and coaches, if we're not prepared for them, we're not doing our job. So, we're fully prepared to have injuries and not make excuses around injuries. So, we've had them, which we don't wish for them, but they're expected.
Yeah.
And we've sort of taken them in our stride. And for me, a defining moment for the maturity of the team was how they handled that. And it's happened on 4 occasions, and they handled it incredibly well.
Now let's talk opponents quickly. Obviously, Kiwis for a long time have been sort of your main rivals. Is there anybody else you're looking at thinking, oh, they could be a smoky, they might sneak into the gold medal game or anything like that?
I think Fiji, they definitely snuck it from us in 2021. Definitely a team to look out for. Like Scotty Bowen says, Bullavanaka, look out.
Look out. What about the Irish girls? Did they get it? They got a win over you in Perth, right? Was it?
Yeah, that's very traumatic.
Oh, really? I'm sorry to bring it up.
No, it's
But,
fine.
come on, mate.
Yeah, I think they played the game very well. They obviously analysed us and how we play, and we play a fast-paced game, and they just slowed it all the way down. We had about how many scrums? 15?
Yeah, it was probably the highest.
How do you slow down a game in sevens?
Scrums.
Walk,
But how do you force scrums? You know what I mean?
Ill discipline from
what would you do to
our
slow
point of
down?
view.
Okay, so they're just trying to push the envelope, trying to get ill discipline and slow it down that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Prof, as Coop said at the start, I think every opposition is a threat, and if you get complacent or take something for granted, I know it's cliched, but literally in 14 minutes you can get off to a bad start, and then the pressure comes on, and then it's becomes a tight game, which maybe it shouldn't. And that's another thing which we've been very good at in the last, I reckon, 6 or 7 tournaments. We've won real pressure moments. But anyone's a threat, so it is literally, game one.
Going into the Olympics in a different sport, swimming, there's been a lot of chat, been a lot of hand grenades thrown between the Australian swim team and the US, Michael Phelps, Kate Campbell, but also current swimmers. Which nation do we hate in sevens?
Oh, great
Go
question.
We respect them all.
Yeah, but who do you hate?
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
then
name one.
let's rephrase
If there was a
the question.
podium, if there was a gold medal.
Who do you respect the most?
Who do we respect the most? Well, our battles with New Zealand have been
Good work.
Great.
That's good work. Different way of asking the same question,
Yep.
Swoop.
So we're saying we all hate New Zealand.
No, they're saying they hate New Zealand by saying they respect them the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, we didn't say anything.
We didn't say anything.
No, we just they said they hate New Zealand.
No, they said they respect them
Yes.
the most.
Oh, I know.
So
I'm just
you read into
translating.
what you will.
They hate them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
get it. I get it. We all hate them. I guess the last thing before we do a quiz with our guests. Are you guys happy?
Oh, can I just ask one
Sure.
thing? Sorry, Prof.
Yeah, no,
Can I
I'll
come
go
in? Walshy, back in 2019, that you had the men's team, and I was in Suntory, Japan, and you were asking me potentially to consider coming back for sevens. Do you reckon that's the dumbest thing you've ever thought about?
I was hoping you're going to bring this up, actually, Gits. I thought didn't know whether to be a bit touchy or not. But
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to. It brought up because it shows, like, you've got a great career as a coach, and this one shows that you're a little unhinged.
mate, we'll never know, will we? But I'm pretty sure you agreed.
Hey!
I
It took me an hour and a half and a lot of
training.
negotiating with Eddie. And
And a big bank
I was
account.
going to say,
Hey.
the cash
surprisingly,
No.
greedy Gits wasn't involved in this one.
Wow.
Really?
No,
I didn't even ask for money. I was
No.
just like, right, so what's the training look like? And it was tough. Some of the stuff I was doing, I got some advice because Quaid had just come back a little bit before, and he was saying, "Oh, this is what I did," because he did the Vancouver tour, I think. He played there, and he was like, "This is what I did to help me get prepared." Maybe Vancouver, I think, Drew. Anyway, I started
Sure
doing
he played
training.
in
and it
Vegas
was,
as well, mate. So-
yeah,
He
okay. Well,
did.
Vancouver,
Yeah, he did.
Vancouver. Anyway, the training was horrible. Then COVID came, and I was like, "Oh, thank you. Sorry, Walshy, I can't go. COVID."
No, Gits, I reckon you would have added tremendous amount of value both on and off the field, and that's what that team needed at the time. Without telling you how wonderful you are, I think you would have had a tremendous impact on that team, and we all know how hard you work. So I think you would have done a great job.
All right, get off his eggplant. All right. On skydiving, some players in from outside the squad. What are your thoughts around Mark Nwangani-Tuase and maybe a couple of these other sort of 15s players being sort of thrown
Tool
out?
shed.
Yeah, the tool shed. But potentially the tool shed, potentially Tim Ryan. These guys that sort of been playing. Do you think it's too late? 30-odd days before the Olympics to be giving them a real crack?
I think it all depends on how confident you are with the current group.
Yeah.
I think if you're leading into a tournament and you're on song, you're winning, and you had full confidence in that group, then it'd be a silly thing to do. But if you're thinking there's no chance of us meddling, then you may as well roll the dice and bring in some athletes, and hopefully things fall in line, and you get that win, you get that podium. So it all depends on the belief in that and where they're at with that.
Off the back of that, Pax, how would you feel as a player that's been in the Sevens program all year, and potentially you may miss out on a 15th person that they bring in that may not add the same value? How do the actual Sevens players feel about that, do you think?
I had a feeling you were going to ask me that.
Yeah, what if Carly Tool came back and took your spot?
It's definitely hard as looking at throughout the squad, but I think we just have to believe in her and trust that she can do her job and fill in that role that we need, and not just look at as jealousy and all that. I think it is pretty tough.
Yeah,
I'd touch on that, Gits. Because I was coaching them, man, and looked at doing that as well. It's like, oh, they don't deserve it, they haven't done it. It's, well, yeah, they have. They've spent, 20 years playing rugby, or they've got 70 Wallaby caps or whatever. It's not like they haven't earned it. And it's, you want the best of the best playing the game. So I think it's life. I didn't see an issue with it. And if you're making performance decisions and putting the best team out there, you need the best players. And if that's the best player at the time that fits that group, then you do it.
Yes, if you're not as good, you get replaced. That's kind of
Correct.
Oh,
pretty
Matty
sad.
Johns is just here.
Okay, hey, are you ready for this quiz? It's an Olympics quiz. You guys
yes.
are about to go to Paris.
Oh, so we're all playing?
Everybody is playing today.
I'm ready.
Everybody.
I'm ready.
About this.
Someone's not
Walshy-
competitive.
Well, do we have a buzzer? I do this with my kids at home.
Well, no, Walshy, how I go around the room, I take it in turns for who goes first. Drew he thinks that people shouldn't pick the same answers, but I don't think we can do that today. There's too many of you. 5 questions. Swoop, say what you always say.
I've got a really good feeling about this quiz.
Fantastic. Tommy will keep the scores. Who is the carryover champ?
Me.
Same every
Definitely
week.
wasn't Drew.
Wasn't it head-to-head? Last one?
Gits has got his hand
Yes,
up.
it was. No,
It was.
I watched it. It was head to head.
Yeah.
And Swoop. No chance.
Guys, no one wants to pay me any kudos in this fucking shit.
I
pod.
do. I love you, Drew. You're the best.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. Get off his eggplant, mate.
Oi, that's my emoji. He's banana.
Olympics quiz. Here we go. The first modern Olympiad was held in Athens, Greece. What year was the first modern Olympics held? We'll start with our guests. It's yours. You've got either A, 1900, B, 1892, C, 1896, or D, the day after Gits' birthday in 1878. Tommy.
Hang on a minute. I'm younger than you, Prof. Like,
Oh,
seriously.
it's Tommy's joke, mate. Pax, would
Not
you like to
funny.
go first?
I'll say 1892.
92, that's a B. Walshy,
1896.
that's a C.
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 Gits.
I've got to go see. While she was like, in
Yeah.
Yes,
I
he
know.
He was
definitely
way
knew
too
it.
keen.
not
I should have let him go first.
Ding, ding, ding. It's C. Everybody's on one, except for Sariah.
Except for Pucks.
Got a scoreboard there and everything.
Make him go first next
I
time.
will. All right.
Can you
At
pass
the,
that over,
this
please?
is question number 2. At the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, the Aussie women's sevens team won gold versus their most hated opponent, New Zealand, in the final.
Most respected.
Sorry, most respected.
Respected.
Apologies. Who scored the first try for the Aussies in the final? Now, Walshy was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he don't
I
count.
won't answer
Yeah,
this.
He
I
doesn't
feel like
count.
they've got to go last.
Yeah, okay. Biv, you want to go first? It's A, Emma Tonegato, B, Charlotte Kaslik, C, Evania Palit, or D, Emily Cherry or Sherry, sorry?
Cherry.
Barton now. Emily Cherry then.
Emily Cherry, then
I'll go Emily Barton.
Emily Barton.
A.
Were you just looking over my shoulder?
Emma
Does that mean I got it
Tonegato.
right?
No. Gits?
Wow, I was going to go Charlotte. Then you questioned Swoop looking over your shoulder. So I'm going A.
Guys?
A.
The answer's A in the right corner. Charlotte scored the last one.
Yeah.
Barney scored the second one. And Elliot Green scored the third one.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding.
I
So-
saw you mouth it to Sariah and I just couldn't read it.
That's Walshy,
I still
you
got it
will-
wrong.
You will get kicked out of here for that sort of behaviour. Cannot
Looking
mess
out
with
for
the
her.
quiz.
I knew.
See?
Tommy, score check. Good luck with that. While she's not in it. Swoop cheated.
Matt 2, Walshy 2, Sariah 1.
Okay. Question number 3. Before the Aussie Sevens girls ran out for the 2016 gold medal match, what did the girls do in the locker room? Was it A, they watched a motivational video made by Walshy? B, they had a dance party? C, they went around the room and said what they were thankful for? Or D, they had a quick chat and decided to start Matt, bench Adam and drop Drew?
Or take a knee? Isn't that one?
Take a knee. Yeah.
Gits,
Sign of the cross.
You want to go first?
Oh, I mean, the last one's a huge option, but I think they danced.
B,
I'm going to say they went around and said what they were thankful for.
C, B.
I'm pretty sure they
Facts.
like dance or sung a song.
Okay, B. Walshy, you were there. What's the answer?
The answer's B.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, I am on fire.
So is Swoop.
It was actually
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, mate.
You're not
Three
the same as me.
3 from 3, son.
it actually was
Tommy,
like
is
a
that
bit of
true?
a dance party. Scotty Bowen was flicking the light on and off, and the other game before us got delayed, and one of the officials were walking past and they knocked on the door and were like, "Congratulations on the bronze medal." They thought we just won the bronze, but no, we haven't even played yet.
Isn't that great?
What do you do when they dance, Walshy? Because you look like someone that's got cement hips.
Do you dance along or?
No, I don't dance along. I'm afraid. No, they're in their zone. They do their thing.
Do you tap your foot or you tap your knee?
Yes,
Or
No,
Come
I
on,
just
guys.
sit there like a statue.
Oh, okay.
Anything like that.
Very
Not in Madrid.
unemotional. Oh, here we
Madrid,
go.
you got out on the
That
dance
was
floor.
after the game.
Yeah, when we won.
Score check at Footy Park. Actually, you don't have to do it around the grounds. I know Drew's only on one. That's fine.
What are we, Swoop? 100%.
We're threes, son.
Okay, question number 4. Out of the 2,458 points scored at the 2020 Olympics, where the women finished 5th and the men finished 7th, what percentage of the points were scored by Australians? Was it A, 12.43%? You know this too. B, 13.93%. C, 10.90%. Or D, the same percentage as Swoop got in the HSC? Too low to compute. Good one, Tommy. Who's up first there? You first, Biv? Or?
I've always been first, so I get a lot.
Oh, sorry, go Swoop. You go
Oh,
first.
no, I'm going to go after Gits because I know the answer.
I'll go B.
B, 13.93. Swoop,
I'm after Gits because I know the answer.
No, you're not. Hurry up.
go. Swoop,
I did some stats.
Yeah.
10.9. See.
was it? 10.9. C, Gits.
That's so wrong. It's B.
B, 13.9. Pax.
C.
C, 10.9. Walshy, do you know the answer?
I don't know. I know
You
there were
want
some
to guess?
big wins early, but then they're really tight. So I think it's probably going to be B.
Can I change my answer?
No, there is no changing. Once you've said lock it in, it's
Okay.
locked in.
I was going
It's
to
like-
change it to D.
It's like,
I've already lost it.
actually, yeah, you can lock it in. The answer, a ding, 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 C.
Swoop, I did some maths.
Swoop and Walshy got it
You
right
wouldn't
as
believe
well.
it.
Wow, so
Swoop.
it's head-to-head for the gold. Is this the
I
last
said
question?
B. I said B, didn't I? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did he?
Oh, Swoop's out in front.
Swoop's out in front. Oh,
So I've just got to hold on, do I?
Can I just...
Wait a minute. What was C? What was the answer?
C was
10.9.
10.90.
That's what I said, didn't I?
No, you
No.
said B.
Oh,
I meant
Swoop's got to
C,
go
sorry.
first then.
Can I just ask
Just
you guys, were
rewind.
the cameras rolling before we started the show today? Yeah. I'd just like to take a little look at where my clipboard was just before the show started because...
Sure. Why don't I just I'll
Just
look
make
up
him
here.
answer first.
Mate,
Okay.
Swoop can't count to 10. How's he going to work out 10.9?
I'm just saying I think you
Seriously.
read the clipboard. 5. Question number 5. The night before the Olympics in 2016, which of his Aussie women's 7 players cut Walshy's hair? You're out of this one, Walshy. A, Shani Smale. B, Charlotte Caslick. C, Shannon Parry. Or D, it was a team bonding experience and everyone had a hack. Swoop.
The only one capable cutting hair,
Yeah.
Shani.
Thought so.
Hey.
You go.
Because of your disgust.
Mate, he's cheated.
It's Shani.
You have cheated. Yes, go Gits.
What's the point? Swoop, you've cheated, mate.
Mate,
Yeah.
No one wants to
Why do you
play.
fucking ruin things?
fess
mate?
up.
You're
When was-
such a
mate,
ruiner.
You've
You
had that
ruined
clipboard
everything.
the
I
whole time. What
walked
do you
in, he
mean?
was looking at the clipboard.
Knew
I'm
it.
just, yeah.
The
Yeah.
answer is A, Shani Smile, mate. I hope you're happy. I'm very sorry,
Yeah,
guys,
well
that
done.
you came in and Swoop ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, you've ruined
What
his
do you
favourite
blokes-
part.
It's a DQ.
Oh, what? So I finally win, and you blokes are blowing up saying it's rigged.
Yes, because
Thank
you're
you, Tom.
stupid.
I didn't look at. I didn't even know this. Thank you. You know what?
Oh,
No,
Tom,
congratulations,
you're
Swoop.
in
No,
on
congrats,
it.
mate.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Showing your true colours, man. No worries.
No, I said congrats. Well done, mate.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes it gets like this in here. We just turn on each other. There's no real reason for it.
And then
They let a bloke who can't finish school beat them in a simple quiz, and they fucking throw the toys. Unbelievable.
Because Swoop, you wouldn't even know that 10 could have a 0.9. Like it doesn't make sense.
Well, they all had point something, so it was going to be point something, wasn't it? I just had to choose.
Oh, all right, very good. We're going to let these guys go. Thank you so much for coming in and sitting on the
no,
couch.
give us a bit of a rallying call, Walshy.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of what?
Fire us up. Get everyone around us.
Yeah.
Come
Like,
on.
we're
It's
about to go
it's
out-
a-
we're
it's
about
the
to play
team
New
huddle.
Zealand.
Are we getting paid in polo
Polo,
shirts or
we'll
something?
send them over.
Is
Yeah, we'll
that-
send them to you.
Do you
The
wear triple XL?
whole squad.
Yeah, the whole squad, of course.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Oh, Walshy, I've got your sizes covered. No worries.
Awesome, thanks, mate.
Fire us up, team huddle. We're just about to go out into the final.
What's
This is what you're saying.
what's your favourite thing in the world?
Beer.
Okay, there's a lot of beer on that try line, and the opposition want to get it. You got to
Those
stop them.
bastards.
What are you
I
doing?
was thinking maybe the beer was at the other end.
They're on both ends.
That's true, yeah.
But then I won't be
You're
back
a
for
winger,
the,
don't put them on the sideline.
I won't be back for the kickoff. I'll just stay there. All right, I'm coming. I'm going to Paris.
Very good. Hey, honestly, guys, thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
in. Good luck in Paris. We'll all be watching. We'll all be getting behind you. Lovely to meet you. And go Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Australia.
Go
Thank
Australia.
you for having
Yes,
us.
Thank you
guys.
so much for taking the time out. Within a month before they're
Oh, it's
going to
amazing.
win gold. Going to Whitewash it.
Whitewash.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Swoop, you happy with that?
Yeah, okay, fine.
You got okay.
Drew's now said it twice, which means it's locked in.
Drew's rules. All right, well, there you go. A couple of Olympic hopefuls there for our Aussie brigade. Drew, you will be calling the action.
Yeah.
What were you feeling there? Do you
Really?
think that
You're
was
calling it?
Yeah, I'm doing the commentary, Channel 9.
Wow.
Yep,
Jeez, you are a man about town with a mic.
Many talents.
Don't I know it?
Look, it's going to be fantastic. I don't know. I feel like they're locked in. It's good. Timmy's a big sort of detail-orientated sort of planner. He mentioned, I asked him about the next 34 days, and he said we've been planning 2 or 3 years. So, I mean, even just his reaction to some of the injuries and how they planned for it, they're dialed in.
I really wanted to ask, and I missed the opportunity. 4 things in life you can't get back, Drew. 1,
the
time
spoken
spent,
word,
the
shot arrow,
and missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity there. I
where's
can't
that
ever
from?
get back.
Where have you got that quote from?
Don't you worry about that, son.
But what was your question?
Yeah, exactly right. Question was, what's their theme? You know, what are they actually buying into that's a little bit outside
the box?
The box. Well, not just the box, but their program and, you know, what they've gone through all year in the lead up. You know, are they using like
Kosciuszko
or Kobe Bryant thing?
Oh,
or
is this like what Czech used to do?
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
most coaches do, yeah.
Most
Yeah,
coaches
right.
do, yeah.
Maybe it's the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
you get
but
up to
no one details that, Swoop. No one's going to, as if Walshy's going to tell an
Now, I
idiot
know they're
like
not
you
going to give it away,
what
hence
he's
why I didn't
planning on.
ask it. But what if we were to have one guess on what they're theming? What could it be?
it's probably something around gold medal.
Yeah, maybe like Parisian baked goods.
Yeah, I'd run for that.
Yeah, like chase the croissant.
Yeah.
Almost.
Do it for the croissant.
Yeah, I don't know how.
If that doesn't get buy-in, I'm not here.
When you were coaching the Giltinis to their huge success, what sort of
Sort
themes-
of coaching.
Sort of.
Sort of coaching.
What sort
He
of
was just
themes-
watching tape.
Code.
Did you have themes running?
No, I did actually. It ran with a little bit of a Kobe Bryant theme, given that
course
we're in
you did.
LA and he'd passed a couple of years before. Obviously, pretty powerful.
One of the
message.
great halfbacks to ever play.
Mate, one of the greats. Yeah, could
Staying
play
engaged. I actually remember that Swoop was actually quite good. What Swoop was massive on is acronyms, and it did my lid. It was like MUM for your man under movement and all this. Like it just kept going. So you'd have to remember the acronym and then what it stood for. It's just go
Well,
away.
with the bloke
Putting
who
it up.
can't spell, that's why I kind of shorten everything and just put it into an acronym. Like even when I call a few people, hey, g'day mate, AAC here because I couldn't.
Oh, I see. That's where it goes back to.
Yeah.
Back to your name.
Yeah.
So apologies for accusing you of cheating as well.
No, mate, that's
I've
fine.
now spoken to Tom and he assures me you didn't.
Thank you. Would never.
How do we know that they're not in together? Like,
Oh, Tom, are you in with
Jesus, so much
Swoop?
trust here, isn't there?
Why are you smiling? Guilty
yeah,
little
shouldn't be
fuck.
smiling.
Somebody has done something wrong.
The only
here.
thing that he's done behind the scenes is give his old man's kit to Drew.
Yeah. And how well am I wearing it?
Well, you're not living in bloody Cuddy Beach, is it? Bloody in a $100 million place.
No, certainly not. Because I go for stupid dinners.
Who pays
I know,
$700
that blew
over a
my mind.
$700 voucher? Oh, mate, I'd be keeping it real
Yeah,
tight.
you know what?
I would have
what?
spent
Still can't work
$650 giving
out
him the extra
how it was
$50 voucher.
$1,400.
All right, moving on.
Anyway, I respect the effort.
Jesus. $700.
Yeah, but you know what I'm really going to like? Is when your wives watch it, then they expect a dinner like that.
Yeah, it's fuck. There's one positive.
Yeah.
700 points. I'm assuming that you put it on card. Is there any points associated with those?
No.
winners?
No,
No,
I don't
no
take
positive.
advantage of those those little benefits for credit cards. And anyway, let's move on.
Oh,
to
I'm
the
just
show.
yeah, it's hard to get past it. What were your mains worth?
Well, there's lobster pasta, like,
Oh, which is probably the most expensive item on them.
and you're paying per kilo.
And they're cracking
When,
the lobster right in front of you, making.
When Charlotte was ordering, were you going like
No,
those ones,
I
or
was
you
like,
like,
yeah,
Open
whatever
the
your heart
shoulders up.
desires.
You are a catch.
Didn't he?
isn't he?
Unbelievable. Hey, we better do some rugby, I guess. It's written on the paper here. Rugby Roundup segment. Let's do it. Don't know if there's a sting there. I don't remember. A ding, ding, ding. Superb rugby. It was the final and it came to a close on the weekend. And what a barn burner. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Blues 41 defeated the Chiefs 10. Obviously, there was a man that was on the Blues very early. Biv, you got on him, I'm going to say a couple of months out, maybe even more.
I just thought it was last week.
No, mate. Go back and watch the tape.
And obviously, you were on them as well, Goit and Swoop. You said the Chiefs, they were morals.
Yep.
Put
Money
the house
for
on.
jam.
Obviously, friend of the pod, Caleb Clark.
Hat trick in a final. His father also scored a try in the final as well back in the day.
Didn't score a hat trick, though.
No, he didn't get a hat trick. But
That's what happens when you come onto the pod.
Yeah.
Good things happen.
Good things happen. Good things happen to good people.
That's right. Caleb's a good person.
Now, why were they so much better on the day, Biv?
They just took their opportunities. I think they just had like a real intensity about them. And I think also part of, I don't know, it just looked as though a spiritual leader for them is their leader in the terms of the captaincy. Patrick Tuipulotu, who was ruled out 5 or 6 weeks from the semi-final. And he's just wrapped up his knee and gone out and put in, and he wasn't just out there, like he was immense, like line breaks off the kickoff, he was strong in set piece, he didn't want to come off, like he was just, I think that would have been really quite sort of rallying for the players around him, just to go like, if Patrick's out here rolling himself out, because it also potentially would have put his All Black selection and potential positioning in that All Black side moving forward into jeopardy, but he just thought, no, this is more important for the time right now, and geez, he was immense.
But when you're there, it'd be same for you, Beef. Say you're in the Tars season or Brum season for me, or you also at the Reds, Force, whatever else. But when you're in that season, you're committed to that.
Yeah.
Like you're with that group of boys, they're your brothers. You don't really think about, I maybe shouldn't play the final because I want to play All Blacks. There's no guarantee. So
yeah, no,
that's
absolutely
pretty normal. Yeah,
but I just thought he was, just him being there, but also his performance was huge. Their back row, Papali'i, Satiti, and Akira Ioane, who was his last game. Satutu rather. Hoskins Satutu, Akira Ioane, who was playing his last game before, going over to Japan, and then Dalton Papali'i. They were huge around the breakdown.
Quick ball. Like you look at that back line, right? It's an all-star back line, almost an all-black back line. And then the conditions come in, it's wet, and you're thinking, is it going to be that kind of game of football that we're all anticipating it to be? Two of the world's best Super Rugby teams going at it. And then you think, what's going to happen? Will this suit either side? But then you kind of go through the talent of that back line. Like you've got AJ Lamb, who's an absolute beast at 12, Rico at 13, Taleo on edge, Caleb on the other edge. And it's just like big men.
Swoop. As an amazing coach of 1 year, the way the backs come in. So they obviously have their set plays where they launch off scrum, line out, whatever it is. And then all their inside backs or outside backs, everyone comes in, bar the fullback and the 10 for a pick and go. And it just seems like they get so much momentum and power from that.
That's what I mean. Like just powerful 15 like that.
Yeah.
The whole team, both teams were very powerful and hence why they were in the final. But you look at that Blues back line. I think that was the added kind of value in those kind of conditions where blokes were just like you get backs kind of picking and driving, like putting your hand up and carrying, like
going looking for it. But also that hard line from Caleb Clark off the
Are you
scrum,
stopping that?
Yeah, just Satutu went off the back and he just hit this hardest unders line, got sort of hit, and it looked like it ended up getting some type of injury in his ribs in the whilst doing it. He came off soon after, but a big body, but the commitment to run that type of line.
And I know we're talking about the all-stars of that backline, but also like you look at that 9 and 10 combination, Christian Plummer.
Plummer. I thought he was outstanding
all year, right?
His old man's a physio.
You're kidding?
Yeah. Yeah, Dad just released the doctors today, thanks.
Yeah, cheers, old boy.
Yeah. They had a moment after the game. It was quite special. They had a little embrace after the game, and his old man's the physio there.
Very good. Well, congrats to the
Blues.
Blues.
He hit him with a little trigger point.
Probably.
Good on you, son.
Should we touch on the All Blacks squad?
Well, we will. So we've got What's Drawing coming up, which I love, which is around the Wallabies squad. I thought off the back of that, our arch rivals forever, All Blacks, you've had a quick look. It's just been released. It's Monday that we're recording now, so maybe you could
Yep.
do the big
Sure.
names out of that. All right, it's time for my favourite segment.
Oh, what is it?
What's drewing?
That's right, what's drewing? As we just said, Drew, the Wallaby squad has come out during the week.
Yep.
Big question is, how close were you blokes on your full-way Wallabies starting 15? Let's just drag this in here, Tommy, while you're... There we go. I'm going to drag it in so you can see it.
Well, we've kind of, out of the starting 15, we've only really missed out on 3 players. So the 2 locks, Canham and Swain, both big talking points once the squad has been announced, and also Tim Ryan. So Lancaster came in. The only 3 that we didn't get was the 2 locks, Canham and Swain, and also the left winger and Tim Ryan. The junkyard dog did not get selected by Joe Schmidt, but the debutants, Angus Blythe, Charlie Cale, Alex Hodgman, former All Black, I think it's only maybe the 3rd player to ever play for the All Blacks and potentially also play for the Wallabies. Isaac Kalia from the Rebels, Josh Nasser, son of, his father played for the Wallabies back in the day, and his sister's in that 7 squad with Timmy Walsh and Sariah. Jeremy Williams, Ryan Smith, so a couple of new locks in this squad. And then in the backs, David Feliu-I. I'm really sorry about that. I've been out of the commentary. But Josh Fluke, Darby Lancaster, Dylan Peach, Hamish Stewart, and Tom Liner, another son of. So pretty green squad. But I don't mind it.
I noticed a few son-ofs.
Yeah, a couple of son-ofs, yeah.
A lot of son-ofs.
Well, I mean, they're all son-ofs, but son-ofs.
I think you know what I mean, but son-ofs of...
Ooh, we're all someone's. Yeah.
Who was responsible for those 3 misses?
I was 2 of them.
Standard.
There was a lot of chat around the 14 as well, the Lancaster bomber.
Yeah.
Which
I actually kind of contradicted myself because I didn't come in with any prep and I picked Tim Ryan based on just all the hype. But remember then I kind of halfway through tried to get Kellaway in.
That's right.
I don't mind leaving him out, like 6 games, 7 games or something. He's been really good, but I don't mind the idea of just, getting him a bit more experience and not building up, because I also said in last week's pod, like, we're the world's best at just building someone up to shoot them down and to the detriment of their development. So I don't mind necessarily the omission, but looking at that squad, wingers, we've got.
Can we talk about the inclusion as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
KB 100.
Yeah, KB 100.
So what's he sitting on? KB?
95.
95.
He'd be the first Indigenous player ever to reach 100 games.
Yeah.
So 13 tests this year for the Wallabies. Will KB be in?
It's hard to know. You listen to Joe Schmidt talk about the squad and I guess the positive feedback that he'd received and also seen through KB's games around freeing up Benny Donaldson, who's a potential starter at 10, and just the impact that he had on the broader playing group over the Force in terms of how good his comms are, how good his impact and touches were during the game, being able to free up not only the playmakers in the tighter channels, but also operating the wider channels and being able to release the ball to, I guess, the talent on the edge. So I think, look, I reckon through that, I can see Joe Smith using him in one of those tests.
Oh, more than one, yeah. I mean, look, you look at this squad, right? Look, you look at the outside backs. You've got Kellaway, Lancaster, Peach, and Tom Wright. They're the 4 outside backs. Tom Wright, fullback, you would imagine. Kellaway can back up, but he'll probably take a position on a wing. I think 10-15 cover on the bench at least would be Kurtley Beale.
Very, very good. And, I mean, we take on Wales on the 6th of July, so not long. And we'll have our first international footy, which is exciting.
Interestingly, though, they didn't announce a captain. So I think they're just going to have a bit of time in, with the squad, as it's been well documented. Joe Schmidt hasn't had too much time with these players and won't have a feel for who it is that has that sort of influence on the squad. But, yeah, I mean, whether he picks one before the first test and sticks with them for the remainder of the season, or maybe give a couple of guys a crack at it. But, that's still to be determined.
Very, very interesting. Now, we were also saying the All Black squad has just dropped. You've run your eye over it, Biv.
Yeah.
Is there any omissions that stand out?
Well, the biggest one's Hoskins Satutu, the number 8 from the Auckland Blues. So he's missed out, and Wallace Satiti from the Chiefs he's been named uncapped, which I've just had a quick look at the All Blacks Twitter account that announced it. Literally every single reply, every message after it is about Hoskins Sotutu. So he's been in phenomenal form. Arguably, probably didn't deserve getting omitted from the All Blacks squad a couple of years ago in the first instance, but the form he's been in, really hard to understand why. Razor Robinson's probably, he's got his reasons, but I don't know if we are aware of those at the moment.
Yeah,
but
I mean, if we were to discuss reasons, what would it be? Like, it's hard to. Is it age? Or
well, I mean, the back rows they've got
of the back row. Or?
Ethan Blackadder, Semi Penny Finau, Luke Jacobson, Dalton Papali'i, Artie Savea, and Wallace Atiti. I'd say it's probably just around the balance of the back row. I mean, a number of debutants in the squad. Scott Barrett's been named the captain, and his vice captains are Artie Savea and his brother Geordie Barrett. But yeah, I mean,
it's a tough one.
It's a strong squad.
To 2-2, you receive the call from Razor Robinson. Hey, these are the reasons why you're not in the squad. You'd be thinking, like, he was one of the best players in the Super Rugby competition this year.
Yeah.
And you looking at that squad and looking at their squad, how much will we win by?
Oh, irrelevant. One is enough.
Sounds like 50 to me. All right. Internationals have begun, and we are going to keep you up to date and informed right here on the KOKO Show throughout the international season. It's time now for another one of our favourite segments. That's right, Northern Hemisphere legends, gents. As I mentioned at the top of the show, lots of rah-rah taking place above the equator. Swoop. We are playing Wales in July, and they have just taken on South Africa on the weekend at Twickenham. Did you run your very learned eye over this one?
Briefly.
Perfect. That's all I need.
No, really, it was a very controlled and dominant performance from the Boks. They kind of, even though there was a 1 point differential at the half, they were very much in control and very much dominant. The Springboks, over the last couple of years where they've developed their game, just such a powerful team. You've got such big bodies being able to play and just move around the park at speed. But also, the fact that I don't know how many Springboks weren't selected because the Bulls were taking on Glasgow. I'm not too sure because the makeup wasn't of, the World Cup team that we saw last year in France. But with that, you're seeing guys like Jesse Krill come back into the fold and perform very, very well. Like, that guy's an absolute beast, cracking first try.
Malcolm Marks as well, who got injured just at the Rugby World Cup.
Malcolm Marks,
he goes straight back into starting.
Yeah, he had a great performance. I think that's something like 17 tries in 63 appearances or something like that. And then you've got just the depth of back three, like the young kid who had who got given an opportunity, Van der Merwe.
You got a bit of cheese for him too.
Yeah, he saw a bit of cheese.
Did he? Venom? I
You
thought
see
it was
that-
the
yeah, you
fullback
see that high
Fassi.
ball?
I thought it was the Fassi
Oh
that
no,
got
it was.
the
Yeah,
cheese
you're right.
with the
You're right,
high ball
sorry.
catch and boot in the face.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
it.
the
It was
old Billy
unlucky,
Slater.
Take that.
a little bit of Billy, but like you talk about the depth of the box, the depth of the back three that the box is producing is you got
Mapimpi,
Cheslin Colby,
Aronsa.
Answer, like Van der Merwe, like there's so many Van der Merwes everywhere. I feel like any Van der Merwe,
Just put him in a team.
it's in a
We
team.
need to
Like,
get
we
one.
played with Van der Merwe in LA actually.
DTH.
DTH.
That's right,
DTH.
DTH.
DTH. You know what DTH stands? Have a crack. Let's just break this down for a little bit. DTH.
As in his first three names?
His first three names.
He introduces himself as DTH.
Yeah.
Is one of them Dwane?
First one's Daniel.
Yeah.
Second,
Theo.
Tyler Fur. H. Horman.
So his
Talk
full
about being a
is-
name hog. I thought I was a bit of a
Yeah.
name hog, but Daniel Tyler for Horman Van der Merwe. Like, leave me alone. Go away, DTH.
That is very,
Yeah,
very
that's
good.
six names.
Six
is too
names.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'd say on the Springboks, I kind of disagree with you a bit, Swoop. I don't think it was that clinical. I thought they started super well, and maybe all the hype about maybe Etzebet's got more caps than the rest of Wales, they played into a bit because the first couple of minutes they got an easy try, and it felt like they slipped off a little bit for the rest of that half. Although the second half they came out when it needed to be won. I agree, they were clinical.
Yeah, but that's
and
what
they
I'm
put it
saying,
away.
right? It wasn't clinical, but they put 40 points on the Welsh. Like,
Yeah, but you did say clinical.
Did I?
Yeah, it was a throwaway.
Yeah.
I didn't say clinical. I said controlled.
Nah.
We'll review the
clinical.
tape.
Let's actually.
We'll review the tape.
Can we actually just
No.
a little bit of a side bet here?
Moving on.
Side bet. He
Oh,
said
yeah,
I
do
said
us-
clinical.
Okay. What's the
So
side bet?
Don't know. Ask Gits. He's so confident that I said clinical.
No, you're the man.
What about this? Whoever wins gets the green suit that Gits is wearing.
Fantastic. He's actually got to send it
I know you love the
express
suit.
post over to here, and I'll wear it next post. Next
Can't
pod.
do it. I'll take you into Ralph Lauren and I'll buy you one. Well, I won't need to.
Done.
Fantastic. I
Done.
guess
We all got that. Perfect. No, really, it was a very controlled and dominant performance from the box.
the only other question out of that, obviously, lots of turnover in the Welsh squad,
Yeah.
and that's the one that we're going to be playing very
There's
soon.
been a bit of turmoil in their squad. One player left the squad because he felt disrespected. He thought he was there under the pretense that he was part of the squad, but he was apparently just there to help them prepare. And so he just went, thanks very much, but I'm out. I think it was Sam Parry. I'm
not big on that. Like, if you're part of the squad, you know, when you go on the tour, you're not guaranteed that you're going to get a game.
Yeah, I don't know if
So
it was
you know
necessarily
that you.
because they haven't gone on tour yet. I think he was just there to hold pads. Like he was never actually going to go on the tour down here to Australia. He was just, that's sort of how I read it in the article I read, that he thought he was part of the touring squad, but it turns out he got less kit, he got less everything, and he was just not part of the actual touring squad. He was just there
That's
to prepare them for the
You're
week.
not included.
Just a bit of miscommunication from Gatland, but there's a fair bit going on with this Walsh squad. The takeaway I got from it is we're going to Schmidt it in.
Oh, I don't read that. I like that. I know
Yeah.
you don't like that, chat.
I don't know. I
love
reckon
it.
it's a young squad who's willing to have a crack. I don't know.
Oh, shut up, Swoop.
Mate, these days you can say whatever you want, and then somebody says, did you say that? And you go, nah. I didn't say that.
I said also about 10 contradicting things as well.
All right, let's move on. Eddie Jones, apparently he got the Japanese job, I'm reading here, which is exciting for Eddie. They took on, England.
Yeah, going off that scoreline, I think he did.
England 52 defeated Japan 17. Bit of interesting stuff in the lead-in. You were
He
saying...
said he had a feeling it was going to be a tight one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was at half time.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another 40 minutes where the English were just absolutely dominant. Marcus Smith at number 10, just sort of pulling the strings. Look, England, they look pretty sharp, to be fair.
They look strong.
Little afternoon footy over there in Tokyo. You know, there's all this chat about making the English sweat and it's going to be hot and whatever, but, you know, they really come into their own in the second half.
Goit, there's this new fast style of football they're talking about from the Japanese. Chisuku. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And we saw it for the first 7 minutes. But obviously they came up 73 minutes short with Chisuku. Is there any hope for this style of play that Eddie's brought in?
Oh, look, there's always. I mean, I've been coached by him for a long time, so there's always. You want to respect that there's method in his madness. I thought the first 7 minutes, when they had the ball, it was great. They play up tempo. Saito, the 9, he was as quick as anyone, getting to the ball, moving it. And England did look like maybe they'd had probably too many beers earlier in the week. They looked a little bit off pace, but as soon as they got the ball, you could see their dominance. It was always like, it seemed a little bit men versus boys, like the way they carried, the way they could hit rucks, even mauls when they needed to tighten the game up and just turn it into a proper test match. I thought they did that really well.
Now, a couple of you guys played in Japan. You know how good the trophies are there. We saw a photo of you earlier.
With Godzilla.
Yeah, with Godzilla. Well, this was an especially nice trophy. If we bring this one up, it's a giant medicine. Is it a medicine bottle, Tommy, or is it, what is that? Is that like cough syrup?
Mate,
So Jamie
that brand is phenomenal for a hangover.
Oh, here we go.
Is that
We
what
get
it
someone
is?
now.
Yeah, so you're supposed to have that one. You buy 2 of them. I don't know if it's that one or maybe that brand. The writing looks very familiar. But you buy a pre and a post. Georgie Smith was the one that told me about it. Lots of ginger in there. So it was amazing. I've once received for a man of the match 100 kilos of rice.
I thought you got 100
That went
kilos
well.
of broccoli. But
No, I
rice
didn't
is
get the
good.
broccoli.
That's fine.
Somebody
yeah,
else.
rice is great, yeah.
Burner got the broccoli. That's
Burner
right,
got the
sorry.
broccoli.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And Jamie George, big smile on his face there. If you do if you do get a chance, go onto YouTube and watch the actual where the guy hands over the bottle because
Well,
Jamie George. He
Could
thinks
you
it's
imagine
a
if
piss
that's a medication that you like and you feel like you get a good reward from? Imagine having that size filled with pills.
Is it? Is there stuff in it? Can we
It
DM
doesn't matter.
Jamie George? What do you blokes do?
No. That'd be empty.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter. But think about it. Like, imagine if he knocks that off. He's not.
He's not
He's
getting
not suffering
hungover for a
from-
year.
No, it's dead right. He'll be immune. Hey, brand new segment. Oh, God, I love a brand new segment on this show. It's time now for Holiday Swoop's Hotspots. And what we're asking Holiday Swoop, because as we've all spent time with Holiday Swoop when he's away, a place, Tokyo, Swoop, that you spent a lot of time in. Obviously, England took on Japan in Tokyo. I want you to give our viewers just a little bit of an itinerary of what they should do on a night out.
Yeah, I've put
in
together
Tokyo.
a little itinerary for
Have you?
everyone. Yeah.
Let's
so
go.
If you find yourself in Tokyo.
Hugo, can we get some sort of Carnivale music to go onto this when we cut this? Thank you, mate. Let's go. Oh, and a cool sting. Let's do the sting now.
Right. So, am I on?
Yeah.
I'm on. So the intro's happened, and
It's
Come on,
happening.
mate.
You're
Yeah,
on.
right. So the itinerary is, so basically wherever you stay, it could be anywhere. I just think you kind of kick off with a couple of beverages at the hotel bar or wherever you are. And the first point of call, and I think it's very important when you get to Japan, you experience a bit of izakaya. Now, izakaya is Japanese for stay, drink, place. And everything in Japan is backwards. So basically it's a place to drink and stay, settle in. And there's no other better place for izakaya than Gonpachi in Nishiazuba, which is, now remember, has everyone seen Kill Bill?
Yeah.
It's the Kill Bill restaurant.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Dreamer Thermal.
Yeah, Uma.
Oh, sorry.
Dreamer.
Got ya.
Yes.
I mean, everyone's a Kill Bill fan, right?
Yeah.
And so basically that's where they shot the, I don't know.
Oren Ishii she's fighting, remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know when they're jumping off the, what's that restaurant?
That's, wow.
It's a Kill Bill restaurant.
Yeah.
So a bit of izakaya, settle in there for a couple, and then head back to Roppongi. Nothing good happens in Roppongi, so get there as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
All right. And there's a place
stay.
there that is
Drink
a
and stay.
favourite of mine.
Izakaya.
Izakaya. Favourite of mine called Geronimo's. It's this little box of a bar. It's probably like not half the size of this room. Fantastic for a couple. And then if you're still standing, which I guess if you're the Swoop, of course you are, you head to One Oak. One Oak. Now, Gits, One Oak nightclub.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
establishment.
you're gonna need your credit card there, son.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
Lucky
stung.
Drew's with us.
Yeah, I got stung hard there at the 2019 World Cup.
There you go.
7K. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a problem, mate.
I know.
It's probably
Swoop,
just
where
one
was
bottle
that?
too.
Sweet, where was that joint in Amotosundo we went to after I lapped you by 40?
And that obviously wasn't the final because we put 50 on you. So what game was that?
Yeah, remember you were there. You were talking it up, and then we flogged you. We chopped you down and scored a couple of tries.
Can't remember because every time I've gone to Tokyo, I've won. So it's just can't remember it. But
Selected.
anyway, could have been Geronimo's. No, definitely was Geronimo's. That little wooden bar. Anyway, there you go. You got Gonpachi, Geronimo's, One Oak.
Is that where you're finishing your night at One Oak, or is there a little something after?
What about a bit of Golden Guy? Golden Guy or Golden Guy? Those little,
Is that the one with the curtains?
No.
Oh, right.
I've never been there. No, it's like it's a place with all these small little bars. Like go in there, little gyoza, drink. Like no, not been there.
Oh, yeah. I've been those ones. Yeah.
Yep.
You bounce along those little bars
Yeah.
at one street, but it's
They're
only
all
a
like-
certain time of year, I think.
Oh.
It's only a certain time of year,
Is
people,
it?
I think.
Okay.
Beautiful. Very good. Is that mate? Very good. Is there a joint you're not telling us?
I'm
that
happy,
you'll tell
I'm
us
happy
off
to put
camera?
it in writing if anyone needs it.
Yeah, perfect.
All right,
That's
so-
great. We'll do the itinerary. Hugo, very good. And you can throw your own sting here, mate. Do you remember what it's called?
Yeah.
Holiday Swoops Hotspot.
Hotspots. Get there.
That's all we got.
Yeah, they say don't work with animals or kids. or swoop.
Barbarians 45. They defeated Fiji 32. Yeah, was the last game for All Blacks legend Sam Whitelock. He signed off from rugby, an amazing character over the years, an amazing rugby union player. It was an understrength Fiji. Biv.
Yeah, but it was always the type of game that that suits both teams, really. I mean, both teams are encouraged to just run the ball and play that sort of high, sort of attacking, entertaining type of footy. The Barbarians would have gone into it pretty Well, under the weather, you could probably assume. That's just the tradition and the nature of a Barbarians week. But what I like is when you get in there, you see some genuine creativity. Like there was a set piece play, moving parts, moving players out the back, and it actually opens up defence, because I think what we're starting to see in rugby quite a lot is teams just basically getting through a first phase just to get to the second or get to the right parts of the area of the field to then do second phase or third. Whereas gone are the days really where every set piece is a strike play, and that's what I like about the Barbarians. They really, encourage that creativity and things that you wouldn't normally see in an international match. But afternoon footy at Twickenham, packed house, how good.
Did it take you back, Goit, to the days of you running around for the Barbars, mate?
Those were the days, yeah. It was a tough week, but the weekend, once you won, it would almost like doubled your week somehow. You were able to get a victory. I was often room with Drew when we were with the Barbars. But touching on what Drew was talking about with those special plays, I agree. It feels like a lot of teams nowadays, you're looking at reasons why a play won't work, or why the defence will shut you down. Whereas when you go into a Barbarians week, you make up the most, not ridiculous plays, but you can get as creative as you want with so many great players. And more often than not, it works because everyone buys into that play. So, yeah, I thought both teams played in the right spirit. It was a proper Barbars game. It wasn't a test match. It was a really good exhibition game. I thought it was great.
There you go. Great to see some running rugby up there in the mighty North. Speaking of the mighty North, the URC final result. Let me put my little hat on here. It's fallen off the back of my chair.
Is it? Yep.
Tell me, can you reach it? Glasgow, the Warriors, they got it done. They defeated the Bulls.
How happy are you?
I'm pretty happy.
How happy is the old man?
Well, jumped on the Zoom last night. We do a regular Sunday night chatting to the Glaswegian grandparents, and I said, congrats! He said, what about? Didn't have a clue. They just were about to play Hungary in the soccer. Didn't give a fuck about the Glasgow Warriors.
And Scotland got done in the Euros as well.
Scotland got done 1-0.
10 minutes into extra time.
Yeah, in the 100th minute. So needless to say, big celebrations in that household. But we all sat here last week and we said, can it happen? Can they get it done? And miracle. I've got you, Biv.
Yeah.
They won it back in 2015. But, yeah, packed Loftus Versfeld, and the Bulls got out to a 13-0 lead.
Yeah.
The Mighty Warriors hung on.
Yeah, they did it tough too in terms of the run into the finals, winning away, and doing it over there in South Africa. Look, a couple of Aussie boys playing there as well. I mean, former Aussie boys, Jack Dempsey, Tuipulotu. He's just been in outstanding form. And some are saying that he's an absolute lock for the number 12 position for the Lions next year when they come down here and play the Wallabies. So, look, well done for that team. I don't know. I didn't see it coming. Glasgow.
Who'd you back?
I backed the Bulls. Yeah, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Prof, ask me who I
Who'd
backed.
you back, Swoop?
Glasgow.
Did you?
Got that one right.
Ask me, Prof.
Yeah, Goit, who'd you back?
Let's go.
Is that true? Can anybody?
he backed
is
the
that
Bulls.
true?
No,
Who
I
did
actually.
Goit
I
go?
remember. I went off. I ended up watching the pod. Saw what happened when I left, and you guys shit canned me about Ma ordering me around.
We wouldn't do that.
He watched it.
Well, I didn't think you would, and then I watched it. Swoop.
Would never.
So
you did.
So Goit, when you're
Anyway, so I missed that, but
Yeah.
who I would have tipped was Glasgow. Who won?
so when you're not on for that bit, but you're watching us back, are you still then when you're watching it engaging in the conversation like you're on the pod?
No. I'm not. I'm more. Well, this was a rare occurrence. Usually, I'm fully invested in it. So then watching it, I was just betrayed and shocked. Were probably the two emotions.
Very good. Congrats to Glasgow. I do have to say they went down to 14 players at the very end there, and for them to hold back that last push from the Bulls was pretty amazing. They held the ball up and, did the celebrations.
Could you imagine that night?
Mate, that's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
But it's also a shocking place to party. So what do you do?
Swoop, anywhere there?
What's worse? Playing or partying there?
Oh, the flight home's pretty good though. Couple of good judo shops.
Was that from there, was it?
Yeah. Oh, Joburg, yeah.
Very good. Let's roll on. Top 14 semi-finals results. You boys all played there as well. Toulouse 39. They defeated La Rochelle 23. Goit, did you run your eye over this one?
Over which one, sorry?
Toulouse, La Rochelle.
I noticed I didn't run my eye over it purely because I was in game mode. I was playing, but I saw that there were 2 yellow cards or even red cards maybe for La Rochelle.
Yeah,
so,
a headbutt.
I mean, Toulouse, yeah, but you look at Toulouse, even from the Heineken, the Champions Cup stages, like they're big team players. They've got some great fire throughout the squad. La Rochelle traditionally have been pretty good in the top 14. And they're still good, obviously, to make a semi-final.
I don't think they've got enough fire to go into next week against the UBB.
Toulouse will absolutely shit it in against.
Let's test Swoop's, like how loyal he is. Let's test his loyalty. Well, we can all go to Toulouse, and if UBB,
mate, I'm happy to get on a flight to Marseille tomorrow to support the boys in the top 14 final.
Are we paying for it?
No, I'm not going if you're not.
Bordeaux 22.
He
They
won't even make it
defeated
to the game.
Stade Francais 20. Did you say you won't make it to the game? No, you'll get lost there. I've seen what you like in Marseille. Swoop, you would have watched this. You would have, with all your old teammates, got on the Zoom call.
Oh, mate, absolutely pumped. Like, pumped for the boys. Like, the last 3 years, they've bowed out in the semi-finals in the top 14. So this is the first time in history that Bordeaux Beg have gone through to the Top Car Tours final.
First time.
First time.
Losers.
So disrespectful, mate.
Sorry, mate. Was that my external voice?
Parborn. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I was actually considering it last night. I'd love to be there.
Did you not play in a semi-final, Swoop? Like when you were there? Like you were there for a couple of years. Big signing. You didn't play?
No, I didn't play, mate. Thanks.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Really?
No, remember we sent our B team to play Bordeaux?
Very much part of that growth phase of UBB, you know, like they've just come out of Pro D and I was just helping the boys.
That's right, because the owner said you were great. Remember the newspaper article you read when you're like, I might re-sign here, and you got the newspaper. You want to talk about that one?
Yeah, can't remember that one, but the boys are look, it was a great final. I mean, it was at Matmut Atlantique, which is the biggest stadium there in Bordeaux, full house, obviously, and they did it. I mean, probably not in. I mean, they were controlling the whole match. You know, they were. I mean, they performed well, but it came down to one of those moments where the Stade Francais the kicker had a chance to kind of tie the match to go to 22-all, I think it was, and then he obviously missed it from the sideline, which allowed Bordeaux to progress. But at the end of the day, they're going through to the big dance, and they've got a crack to claim their first top 14 final.
Well, let's do it, boys. Toulouse.
Pete Samu as well. Adam
We've got a lot of Aussies there too.
Kane Douglas,
Pete Samu, Benny Tapawai, Adam Coleman. Am I missing anyone? I'm not sure.
There could be another couple. But
yeah, there's a few others.
All right, hey, well, let's just pick who's going to win that final.
Toulouse, easy.
Toulouse.
Absolute canter.
Goit.
A canter is an understatement. Toulouse.
Toulouse?
No, I can't say that because I do love all the Aussie boys that are playing for UBB, and there's also the 8 there. I play with him at Suntory, so...
Tatafu.
Yeah, it's a toughie. There's a part of me that would love to see UBB win, but I don't want Swoop to win. Is that possible?
Yeah, you're torn. What do you...
You know what?
Who do you dislike? Is it your dislike for Swoop?
No,
is that more empowering than...
My dislike for Swoop, yes.
It's you know what it is?
Strong.
It's a standard Australian culture. Tall poppy. As soon as someone starts winning, and I've won a
Tall poppy? We're picking the absolute favourites.
I've won a fair bit over the last couple of pods, right? The quizzes and obviously the
Swoop,
team sheet.
You're a weed. You're a weed, son. You know tall poppy.
Anyway, look, they just want to bring me down. I'm doing pretty well.
All right, so you're going Bordeaux. Hugo, Bordeaux or Toulouse? Toulouse, Hugo. And Tommy?
I'm going to back Swoopy and UBB.
Well, I better go Bordeaux as well, just so it's 2-2 here. We'll see how we go. All right, very good. Hey, gents. It is time now for the show is coming to a close. Sadly, it is. We do love a Monday. It's time, perhaps, for the last Super Sizzler segment. Perhaps not.
Super Sizzler, thanks to Beefeater.
It is brought to you by Beefeater, obviously.
Oh, do they run out?
Well, no. So there's a little thing happening at the moment. We have a code. And if people get on and they buy barbecues or they buy tongs or they buy range hoods or they buy fridges or whatever else you can buy at Beefeater and they buy enough of it, then they will continue as our sponsors and we can fly Swoop to Marseille. That's the plan. Just a reminder, the weather is still great out there. Sunday was nice in Sydney, wasn't it? Fantastic. Yeah. Get there, buy a barbecue. And it's a big thanks to Appliances Online for hooking us up with Beefeater. Hopefully, it will continue. So, we'll have the codes, like you said last week, Biv. They'll be, it'll pop up now. This is the code. It's at appliancesonline.com.au/brand/Beefeater. If you use Beef10, you get 10% off all your barbecues, all that stuff. Obviously, you in the Northern Hemisphere, you have one as well. Beefeater Barbecue, Europe.co.uk, etc., etc. It is time to buy a barbecue up there. Beef10, keep us alive. Keep the Beefeater dream and the Super Sizzler segment going. Right, let's do it. Who would like to go first? Biff.
Friend of the show, Caleb Clark. Had he in the final. Can't go past him.
Too obvious.
Can't go past him.
Need another one.
Okay. Come back to me.
Hoskins Tutu. What about
last
Hoskins
week.
Tutu? You're just talking about him for so long.
Yeah, but I can't give him a beat. Well, I don't want him barbecuing alone when he's not in the All Black squad.
He might need the Beefeater.
Yeah, he might need it. Well,
He's
you give him one.
He's celebrating.
I'm
Like
not
Mad
giving him
Monday.
I want to give one to Caleb Clark because he didn't go Caleb Clark.
Nah, too obvious. Give me another one.
Who? AJ. Why?
You said he was the best on the field.
I said one of the best.
Fuck, he's difficult today.
Oh, mate. When he gets in these moods, like, seriously.
He just
Come
wants
on,
to drag
Swoop,
this
hurry
pot
up.
out for fucking 3 hours, I swear.
All right, you go
But then he
Caleb
won't
Clark.
stay
Who
for
you
extra
going? You going
content.
Lamb?
Lamb.
Because you know what's good on a barbecue?
Hey.
Sam Kekovich.
Lamb. Has he got a Beefeater?
I don't think so.
No. Has Caleb Clark got a Beefeater?
We've given him one, but he
We
wants
have.
another
Very good. He deserves 3.
because he's got
for
a
that
holiday
hat-trick.
house.
You know, he needs to give one of those Beefeaters to the Ioane twins because that
They're
first,
not twins.
They're not twins.
Sorry, brothers.
Mm.
that
Close.
first. Well, they're closer to twins.
Oh,
than,
the offload.
yes.
Offload, yeah.
First try was unbelievable,
In the
falling
corner.
out of bounds. Absolutely magic. All right, Goyd, who's your superb sizzler?
Well, Darcy's still waiting now that I gave him a real one. So we need to get on to Beefeater. Not really, not happy about that, especially over here in the States. But if I've got to give one from the Super Rugby, I'm going to go Hoskins. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to go the 10, Plummer. I thought there was a lot of talk about Mackenzie and how much value he adds for the Chiefs. I think Plummer would have felt that heat throughout the week, and he kicked amazing. You know, his goal kicking was great. I thought he carried well. He played with so much confidence. So that's where my Beefeater's going.
Very good. Has he got one, Goyd?
No, we've never mentioned him before. He does not have one.
Oh, terrific. He's going to love that. And mine, I'm nervous about this.
Okay.
I'm going the 2 Aussie Scots that played for the Warriors. So Tuipulotu and
The
Jack
Warriors?
Dempsey. Yeah, the Glasgow Warriors.
Oh,
Warriors.
sorry. I thought you were talking about the rugby league there. Sorry.
Hey, I don't blame you. Yeah, the 2 Aussies. Congrats to them, and congrats to the mighty Glasgow side. All right, gents, that is the end of the show.
Is it?
I feel
was
like
just
you
getting
guys
settled in.
might need to chat offline a little bit. Maybe just mend a few bridges. Just a reminder, socials. Well, just go to our website, actually, kickoffsandkickons.com. You'll find access to all our socials, Insta, Twitter, etc., etc.
TikTok.
YouTube, TikTok. YouTube's going great. Please keep liking and subscribing. Also, merch is on there, our live shows, all that sort of stuff. Finally,
But also, big push. Get your merch now so you can wear it at the tests.
yes, absolutely. I think those gold shirts are going to be back online soon. Tommy, is that right?
Let's do some sort of competition for the best photo wearing a KOKO shirt during
Yeah.
the test matches.
If you can get one with Joe
I'm
Schmidt.
not going to encourage anyone to go onto the field.
But
Could you imagine that shirt with those pants?
Oh,
Like, it's game
that's a
over.
Good
yeah.
shout.
It'd be absolute game over.
If anybody gets a Schmitted in shirt with Joe Schmidt doing the thumbs up like that, you can have the show. It's yours. Come and take it. Finally, big thanks to Polo Ralph Lauren, our sponsors, our major sponsor. It's absolutely fantastic to have you guys on. We look brilliant today again. If we had to vote, Hugo and Tommy, who looks the best today out of the four of us?
Yeah.
Biv is at the green suit. Hugo, Biv. Biv.
Lemonade.
Oh, look at Goit. He's sitting up there doing the spin. Sorry, Goit. My zesty pants.
Very.
Look, I think they're great for a Mad Monday. Say you're at the Blues. Mine is for your normal Monday.
Very, very good. All right, you can get that at maya.com.au. You can either walk into Maya or get online and get that done. Gents, a tremendous show. It was long. It was arduous. It was wonderful to have some guests in studio, but just brilliant work.
Oh, it was a great show. Mondays are my favourite day of the week.
I think I'm with you. Swoop?
Nah, Monday's a dog shit. They're horrible.
Jeez, he's just
Mondays
glass
are
half
good
full
for me
kind of
because
guy,
it's
isn't he,
Sunday
our
here,
Swoop?
And we've had a game.
All right, that's it. All that's left to do. Biv, give us one. Cuckoo! Oh, wow. That is the best video on YouTube. You know what you need to do now? You need to like and subscribe down there. Or if you want extra content, might be down there, you need to go up here or up here and get more of that gear. Thanks for supporting Kickoffs and Kick-Ons, and we will see you very soon.